Nikola Tesla. All History. Chapter 1: Early Life. The progressive development of man is vitally dependent on invention. It is the most important product of his creative brain. Its ultimate purpose is the complete mastery of mind over the material world, the harnessing of the forces of nature to human needs. This is the difficult task of the inventor, who is often misunderstood and unrewarded. But he finds ample compensation in the pleasing exercises of his powers, and in the knowledge of being one of that exceptionally privileged class without whom the race would have long ago perished in the bitter struggle against pitiless elements. Speaking for myself, I have already had more than my full measure of this exquisite enjoyment, so much that for many years my life was little short of continuous rapture. I am credited with being one of the hardest workers, and perhaps I am, if thought is the equivalent of labor, for I have devoted to it almost all of my waking hours. But if work is interpreted to be a definite performance in a specified time according to a rigid rule, then I may be the worst of idlers. Every effort under compulsion demands a sacrifice of life energy. I never paid such a price. On the contrary, I have thrived on my thoughts. In attempting to give a connected and faithful account of my activities in this story of my life, I must dwell, however reluctantly, on the impressions of my youth and the circumstances and forward. Welcome to Nikola Tesla's autobiography, Ply Inventions. Tesla was 63 years old when this text was first published in the Electrical Experimenter magazine in 1919. I was taking electronics engineering dasses in college when I first learned about Nikola Tesla. I discovered that Tesla developed several of the most important technologies we use today. I thought it strange that Tesla had contributed so much to the world, yet is virtually unknown to most people. He's a true unsung hers. I became so interested in Tesla that I eventually built my own Tesla coil. I wrote a Tesla coil design program called Tesla Map and created the Tesla coil design, construction and operation guide. But enough about me. It seems any mention of Nikola Tesla must be accompanied by a few obligatory proverbs. He was a genius, he transformed the world, he was ahead of his time, etc. But few people know that he was more than a great inventor. After reading my inventions, I discovered that Tesla was quite eccentric. He had a good sense of humor and he was quite a ladies' man, although he never married. He suffered from hallucinations and several undiagnosed mental disorders, likely obsessive-compulsive disorder, with a touch of autism, possibly making Tesla a genuine mad scientist. Ply Inventions is full of fascinating and sometimes bizarre stories. Tesla tells us how he narrowly escaped death several times, traveled the world, rubbed elbows with celebrities, captains of industry, and the greatest scientists of the time. In one particularly strange incident, Tesla describes being chased by a frantic mob in a case of mistaken identity. It's difficult to find a more intriguing and strange autobiography. We are fortunate that Tesla's autobiography has survived the decades. It gives us a glimpse into Tesla's enthralling life in his own words. Perhaps after reading my inventions, you'll also be compelled to build your own Tesla coil. If you're electrically indoned, our investigate. And profound changes Tesla made to our modern world, prompting of an imagination vivid and undisciplined. As we grow older, reason asserts itself and we become more and more systematic and designing a text. But those early impulses, though not immediately productive, are of the greatest moment and may shape our very destinies. Indeed, I feel now that had I understood and cultivated instead of suppressing them, I would have added substantial value to my bequest to the world. But not until I had attained manhood did I realize that I was an inventor. This was due to a number of causes. In the first place, I had a brother who was gifted to an extraordinary degree, one of those rare phenomena of mentality which biological investigation has failed to explain. His premature death left my Earth parents disconsolate. I will explain my remark about my Earth parents later. We owned a horse which had been presented to us by a dear friend. It was a magnificent animal of Arabian breed, possessed of almost human intelligence, and was cared for and petted by the whole family, having on one occasion saved my dear father's life under remarkable circumstances. My father had been called one winter night to perform an urgent duty, and while crossing the mountains, infested by wolves, the horse became frightened and ran away, throwing him violently to the ground. It arrived home bleeding and exhausted, but after the alarm was sounded, immediately dashed off again, returning to the
Subscribe, like, share. Thanks for watching.